Good morning, and really good to be with you again once more. And today is Sunday, the 31st of May, the very last day of May already. And I hope it's been a really good week for you again, wherever you have been, and whatever you've been doing. And I hope you've had some good things to learn for homeschooling, as well as fun times out and about. It's really been lovely weather for being out. I hope you've been able to enjoy some of that, on walks, cycles, or picnics in the garden, sprinklers out, paddling pools, perhaps barbecues from time to time. But I hope you've been able to enjoy that. And I wonder, do you remember we were thinking about yellowhammers, birds that you might see when you're out and about last week. The little bird that's lovely yellow head that goes beep, 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 beep. I wonder if you heard any of those when you were out and about. I certainly did in very many places when I was on my bike going round the roads. So I wonder if you did and enjoyed that as well. But today, also last week, I wonder if you remember that the story we had together was all about Jesus saying goodbye to his disciples, going back to be with God, his Father in heaven. But before he went, he said to his disciples, please stay in the city of Jerusalem, and in a little while, I will send you the Holy Spirit to be with you. And so that was a wonderful promise, and the disciples did just that, went back to the city of Jerusalem. They were all together in the same house through the week, and they were praying every day and waiting to see when the Holy Spirit would come. And then one day, about a week later, when they were all together, this is the little group of disciples all together in the house, and they were praying, there was suddenly a huge wind, a huge mighty wind, whoosh, that flowed through the house. And also the Bible story tells us that there were like little flames of fire that came upon each of the disciples sitting in the room. Little flames of fire. And this was a sign, the wind and the flames, was a sign that the Holy Spirit had arrived and was with them. And in fact, was actually living in their hearts. And the Holy Spirit is just really like Jesus, come to be with them, but in an even closer way than Jesus, to help them and encourage them. And he's even closer because he comes to live in our hearts as we trust in Jesus. And so it's a very special thing. And this was a very special sign of the amazing Holy Spirit arriving in the wind, the little flames of fire. So really exciting. And the disciples were filled with joy, really excited with the Holy Spirit coming to be with them. And a little bit later on in the day, the story says that they all went out into the city, and Peter spoke to the crowd who were there all about Jesus and the wonderful things he'd done and taught. And we're told that about 3,000 people, that's an awful lot of people, came to faith in Jesus that day. And so this special day when the Holy Spirit came is known as the birthday of the church. So a really wonderful, exciting day. And of course, the church is still going today. So all of that time, an amazing start then, and continuing in the blessing and the power of the Holy Spirit. So a lovely, exciting day for the disciples and the crowds in the city with the Holy Spirit coming. And we might do a little craft just to think about that celebratory time over here. This is something you might want to do, is to make little bunting flags in the colours of fire, just like the sign of the Holy Spirit arriving, and the little flames of fire on each that rested on each of the disciples that day when he came. So to do this, if you want to do this at home, what you'll need is just a little sheet of paper, first of all, and it's just an ordinary piece like that, and fold it in half. And once you've done that, if you take a pair of scissors what you want to do is to cut from the fold corner, one edge of the folds, all the way up to the far corner. So you cut a line across like that on the paper, just like this. So you take it and just do as straight a line as you can, all the way up to the far corner, and you should then end up with some nice little triangles of paper like that. And then if you cut this one in half as well, up the middle of the fold, then that gives you another 2 little triangles to use as well. And so once you've done that, you've got your nice little flag shapes of paper. And then I did one earlier, a couple earlier, but you can take little bits of paper. So you can see on here, I've got little bits of paper, orange, again, the colors of fire, orange, red, yellow, and just cut them out, stick them on. Here's another one here, just little bits of paper, sticking them on with some glue. Once you've cut up the little bits, attaching them on, sticking them on the paper. And then otherwise, if you don't want to do that, you can also use pens. So if you've got colored pens, this is another one I did, just coloring in again with the color of the fire. And then once you've done a few of those, you can do as many as you want to, but you can then hang it up. So you've got it hanging up in a celebratory, on a string like this. It's a wee celebratory thing for remembering the coming of the Holy Spirit. And to get them attached to the string, you can either use a little paper clip like that, just attaching it in, and then stringing it along, or else you can use, if Mommy and Daddy have got a little paper clip like this, a stapler rather, then if you just take that and give it a little staple in, then that should also work, and keep them all on the string. Lovely little bunting, celebratory bunting for the day when the Holy Spirit came as wind and fire. So once you've got a few done, you can put them on the string, and then you can hang it up somewhere in the house as a lovely celebratory flags for the Holy Spirit. So there we are. That's something, if you want to do that little craft at home there. But we'll say just a little prayer now in thanks for the coming of the Holy Spirit. And we say, thank you, God, for the Holy Spirit who comes and who lives in me as I believe in Jesus. Thank you that he comes to help me know more of your love, and also to help me share more of that love with the people that I meet. Thank you, Lord, for that wonderful gift, and that the Holy Spirit is with us still today, encouraging us as your church. Amen. And we're going to sing a song now. A lot of what the Holy Spirit does is to help us think about sharing Jesus' love with others, letting our light shine for Jesus. And so this is a song, This Little Light of Mine, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. So got a little video.
Sing this little light of mine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All right, keep clapping now. Sounds good? Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, that sounds so good. That's called clapping on the back beat. All right, sing this real quiet with me now. Even when I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine. Even when I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, even when I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
So a good video there at the end from Kids Share. And thank you again for joining today. And I hope that you can know in different ways the Holy Spirit with you through this week to encourage you and guide you in all that you're doing. So thank you, and do have a really good week ahead. And stay well and safe. And I'll look forward to hopefully maybe seeing you next week at the same time, same place. So have fun. Bye bye just now.